Hey everybody, David G here, founder of the Internet Marketing Party. And in the next 10 minutes, I have a very special guest who's going to show you how he generated $300,000 in just the first 90 days of his business. Did I get the number right, Rob? Rob?
Yes, it took it from zero to $300,000 a month in 90
All right.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rob said it way better than I did. He's the better marketer here, all right? From zero to 300,000 in 90 days. Yeah, I guess that is better because if you were doing 275 the previous 90 days, then it's not really as big of a deal, is it? So in the
Not
next
at all.
10 minutes or so, Rob is going to show you how he took his business from zero to 300,000 in the first 90 days of its existence. Couple things about Rob that I will tell you. First of all, he's going to be our guest speaker at the Internet Marketing Party on Thursday, Thursday, August the 13th. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. It's in Austin, Texas. And if you're an Internet Marketing Party member and you can't make it to Austin, just internetmarketingparty.com/join. In the meantime, let me tell you a couple of things about Rob. I've known Rob for several years. He was introduced to me by one of my clients, Telman Knudsen, who's a rock star, and then I met him at a Jesse Elder event, and he was really surprised me because he holds himself in a very mature way. And when I first met him, he wasn't even old enough to drink. And so Rob started his business his online business when he was 13 years old. He comes from the School of Hard Knocks. He doesn't come from wealth and a lot of money in his background. So he's been behind the scenes on some projects where he did a product launch that generated over $4 million in 7 days. I'm looking at my notes over here because there's so much stuff I can say about Rob. He co-founded and built his first seven-figure business when he was 18 years old, and he took it from zero. That's the one he took from zero to 300K in 90 days. So, when he was still living at home with his mom, he was generating a $1 million annual business. So he sold products and services upwards of $50,000 in a single transaction via phone conversation. And the list just goes on, but I'll put that on the page or talk more about it on the stage. I don't want to take up all our time in just edifying Rob, but what I do want to say is one final thing. Yesterday, Rob found out that it was my daughter's birthday, who I've introduced Rob to my daughter, so as in a mentorship capacity, because I'm inspiring my daughter to become an entrepreneur, and I want I thought it would be good for her to meet Rob, and Rob's been nothing but supportive and just generous with his time and his attention. And yesterday he made an amazing, cool happy birthday video for my daughter that I was just really touched by. And so not only is he an amazing marketer, an amazing businessman, mature way beyond his years, but he's also a thoughtful, generous, and kind man who I am impressed with and always enjoy his company. So with that edification, Rob Rammuny, how are you, bro?
I'm doing amazing, DG. Appreciate the introduction.
Yeah. I realize I just did that introduction with my cursor in the way, so forgive me. So this is not going to be the ultra high quality, mega professional deal that you might be used to seeing with other marketing videos, but we keep it real here at Internet Marketing Party.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of keeping it real, why don't you share with people, first of all, what you're going to talk about at the Internet Marketing Party on Thursday, August the 13th in Austin, Texas, and then maybe give us a couple of highlights that you can kind of like some teasers, ideally some actionable takeaways that people can take from this video that might even inspire people to fly in from around the country or even internationally. It's happened before.
For sure. So essentially what I'm going to be sharing at the IMParty is literally step by step everything that we did to take a business from zero to $300,000 per month in 90 days, specifically selling high ticket products and services that range anywhere from 1,000 upwards to 50,000. And we sold these on the phone, online, not face to face or in person, but literally on single phone calls with cold traffic, people who've never known us before. And I'm going to be breaking down the entire process, sharing with you and how you can take it and apply it to your business. And I'll also be giving other examples how I've taken the same methodology, the same principles, and applied it to other businesses and other clients of mine, where one notable result is you have the exact numbers in front of you, but I think it was like we drove 1,200 clicks. We generated like 257 applications, did $123,000 in sales, which equates to like 100 and something dollar earning per click. So for any marketer who understands earning per click, they know that's really, really, really good. So I'm going to be sharing with you the exact methodology that you can take and apply to your business as well.
Nice, nice. So what's one or two actionable takeaways that you can give somebody if to see if we can inspire them to make it on down to Austin, or if they live in the Austin area to make it on down to downtown?
Yeah, so the I'd say the biggest takeaway is what the biggest ingredient that makes this work so well is something that I call role reversal, and that's essentially flipping the switch from where you go from the hunter to being the hunted, where instead of chasing down prospects, waiting for them to think about it and get back to you with an answer, you become the hunted, where people are knocking on your doors, where people are begging to work with you, where you have more business than you can handle, where you have an abundance of money, where people are not asking you to qualify themselves to you, but they're qualifying themselves to you and trying to sell you on why you should work with them.
I love it. I love it. It's all, and that has always been something that I enjoy doing, and that actually I've enjoyed it to my own detriment. There's been times where I realized that I wasn't being proactive because I was like, well, people should be chasing me, but I also wasn't taking steps towards being chaseable. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you have to become attractive enough that people chase you. So can you give us a couple of pointers? You understand what I was saying? Like I've just sat around and been like, well, people should want to come to me. I'm not going to chase, but like that's something you earn, right? So
Right.
give our viewers and listeners some feedback about some actionable steps they can take towards being chaseable or attractive enough that they can be chased,
Yeah,
hunted.
I'll give a couple of specific examples straight out of the funnels that we've built. So the first thing is when someone wants to work with us, it's all about the process of getting them to qualify themselves. So the first thing we do is we send them to a video, and I'll break down the video format at the IMParty. But pretty much, the video pre-qualifies the viewer, and the video essentially pre-qualifies the viewer and filters out everybody but your dream client. So the only people who are going to want to apply to speak with you is your dream client, is the person who's most likely to say yes to you. Then we take it a step further, where instead of just letting them get on the phone with you right away, they actually have to fill out an application. The application is essentially where you're qualifying them, you're getting to know a little bit more about them, and you are determining whether or not you are going to invest your time with them. So right there alone, it's all about these subtle mindset shifts where if you listen to people's linguistic patterns, it's like, I am lucky, or I have the opportunity to talk to my prospect. It's changing that mindset of, instead of you being lucky, they're lucky to talk to you.
And you
They're
haven't,
lucky
I
to be
love,
in your presence.
you're basically talking about switching dynamically the positioning in language and in positioning itself. How do you do that for somebody that likes to be a little more humble, like down to earth, like, you know what I mean? Like that feels kind of cocky or arrogant to say like, you're lucky to talk to me. Like, it seems like, is that just one of those things you just got
Yeah,
to grin and bear it because you'll attract the right people that way? Because kind of feel like
yeah.
if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, no thanks, but
So yeah, it's not, you're not coming out and saying you're lucky to talk to
oh,
me, but it's really the mind. No, 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 you're
I
not
thought
saying
you
that at
were
all.
like,
It's
hey, motherfucker. I mean, you're really lucky to
So
talk to me.
here's a
And
prime example of an actual question that we ask in our applications, and this is a question. This is an actionable tidbit that if you're qualifying people right now, that you can take and add to your survey, and that's you know there's hundreds of people who are going to apply to want to work with me. I'm only looking to take on 20 more clients. Why should I choose you out of everybody else who's applying?
all right. And how do you get around the idea if there really aren't hundreds of people? I guess if you buy the traffic, there are, right?
Mhm. So yeah, you just be honest. Say there's going to be a lot of demand generated from this. There's going to be a lot of interest generated. I'm only looking to
As
take on.
you've proven, because
Yeah,
they can't argue with the fact that they're at this point in the funnel, so they're gonna be like, well, no, there aren't. Like, I'm not like other people,
Right.
I'm
So,
an
for
alien.
example, for you, DG, I mean, you run an affiliate management business, and I don't know if you want all the clients in the world, but for example, there you go. So, an approach you can take is you can say, listen, I get hit up every single day with people who want to work with me, but I'm only looking to take on
I
5 more
agree.
clients.
I
I'm
agree.
being very select.
I hate to cut you off, but I'm not talking about where I am now because I've been in the online space for so long that that's true. I'm talking
Mhm.
about when I was earlier on in the game because I know, there's a percentage of people that come to the internet marketing party that aren't yet at a point in the
Mhm.
game where they are being chased after, like
Yeah.
I am, like you are, like a lot of our other speakers are. So that's what I'm asking. Like, how do you reconcile that with somebody who doesn't yet have a big name or doesn't authentically have hundreds of people chasing after them?
For sure. So you can simply just say, listen, I'm only looking to work with 5 clients. I'm being very selective about the people I work with.
Got it. You just,
Why should I choose to work with you?
yeah, man, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you wordsmith it in such a way that it's still valid. It's still, yeah. Because when you said it like that, I'm like, wow, this guy's selective. Like, I don't care if he's a newbie. Like, he values his time and he's
Mm.
strategic and methodical. Because Elon Musk started as a newbie. A lot of the people we know, love, and respect and admire in business, at one point, they started as
Mm.
a newbie, and I guarantee you they were
Yeah.
strategic and methodical.
Absolutely. And
Cool.
it's the positioning too, because if you speak from a place of abundance, humble abundance, because I'm not about bragging and boasting, and you'll see that in the type of marketing we're doing. It's never about bragging or boasting. That's actually going to repel people, but
Okay.
it's actually just about being honest with your intentions. So if you're
Gotcha.
really only looking to take on 10 people, you have that opportunity to be selective about the 10 people. And by saying that, like, wow, this person's not just looking to take everybody. He's selective. And that positioning in their mind, the way you phrased it, whether you have one person applying to speak with you or 500 people applying to speak with you, the way you've positioned that question in your prospect's mind is it's going to elicit higher value for you.
I love it. I love it. So, do you have another quick takeaway before we say goodbye and leave people drooling with wanting more?
One other takeaway. So here's the biggest takeaway. You are going to see why it's easier to sell $100,000, $50,000, $10,000, $5,000 product over the phone, easier and faster than it is to sell a $47, $97, $500 product online.
I love it. I love
We're
it.
going to prove it.
This is, yeah, it's kind of cool because several years ago, Mike Dillard spoke on our stage, and one of the biggest things he shared was how he tripled his revenue overnight. And this
Nice.
was back in the day. This was several years ago, and his big thing was he added upsells. Like at the time, like at one point, he didn't have upsells. He just was like, "Hey, buy this product, buy magnetic sponsoring," and then it stopped.
Right.
At least that's how I'm
Mhm.
remembering it. And then the day he added upsells, because this was back in the day where adding upsells wasn't just a matter of buying an Infusionsoft account. Like it was
Mhm.
actual,
Programmers and
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And so he did that, and his customer value tripled. And so basically, the reason I'm hearkening to that is because you're basically saying, "Hey, let me show you how you can do a 3,000% potential 3,000% customer value increase." Because if you're selling a $97 product and they come to your talk and they learn how to sell a $20,000 product, yeah, that's a quite the Xing up.
Yeah, in a matter of minutes. So that'd be
Cool,
great.
cool. Well, any parting words before we say goodbye? This has been
Any
great.
parting words? No, I mean I'm really excited to be on stage and share with this information. It's really going to be applicable. I know the big question that a lot of people have is who is this information applicable for, and who can it
Yeah,
serve?
yeah, yeah.
And it will really serve someone who wants to, a beginner who wants to get in the marketplace, maybe who has no authority, who has no credibility, but wants to come in and just demand quality Rolls Royce pricing in the industry, and they can and will be able to do that. And it's also for coaches, speakers, authors, service providers, people who already have an existing business who want to triple their referrals or make more money, or reduce the number of non-qualified people they talk to.
Hell,
It's gonna
I'm
work
even
for
I'm even
that group of
thinking
people.
somebody who runs a SaaS company, a software as a service company, or somebody that runs like
Hmm.
something that's inherently lower ticket. even they can benefit from this by having like a spin-off business on the side where they're like, hey, if you want to know how to run a business like mine, you're a customer of mine, and if you'd like to know how to run a business like mine, I'm only accepting 5 people who I'm going to teach how I built this business in
Hmm.
only 6 months. And now
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you can take whatever you don't
Yeah.
even have to, like if somebody's watching this going like, oh, it doesn't feel right to sell like how to get ripped 6 packs for $20,000. Like, no, you're not selling that program. You up level it and you make it worth $20,000, right? You don't, it's not like you're
Mhm.
selling the $97 offer at 20,000. You're, you're adding so much value to it without taking a lot more time to you. I'm just guessing that
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can play this equation in so many different industries. I mean, if someone gets hit with a medical bill, how much is that? It can be 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. So if we shared someone a technique, and this is hypothetically speaking, for $10,000, it can save them 50, $100,000 in the expensive medical bills. Would that be worth that amount to you? The answer is yes. That's actually one of the closing questions that I use when I'm talking to my clients. I'm like, listen, if I can add an additional $100,000 a month to your business, would that be worth $20,000 to you? Yes. Done.
Hmm.
And I'll show you how you can take that question and apply it to multiple different industries, whether you're selling health and fitness or
Love it.
you're selling a relationship product or uh, business. Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing there's people out there that are glad that I asked you if you had any parting words, because I know I am. I kind of feel like you gave the juiciest nuggets at like as we were winding down. I mean, it was all great, but yeah, I was excited and enthusiastic when I invited you to speak. But now that we've done this interview and I know what you're going to talk about in more detail, I am thrilled, I'm elated, and I just cannot wait. So hope to see you, the viewer, at Internet Marketing Party on Thursday, August the 13th in Austin, Texas. Doors will open at 7 p.m. at the market, and if you're not in Austin or not going to be able to be, then no need to worry. You can go to internetmarketingparty.com/join, and not only will Rob Rammuny's presentation be there, but all the presentations for the last several years, the speakers will be there. So it's a fantastic value, and Rob, thank you for agreeing to share your value with our community, and
Thanks.
over and out.
All right. Take
Peace.
care.